The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of UA Local 502 Louisville basketball game night starts now.
And welcome to Glycod's coverage of Kentucky high school basketball playoffs. And we are live from Valley High School for the 6th Region Girls Quarterfinals tonight. I'm Dr. Todd Carter, and alongside me is Coach Mark Evans. And Coach, we've got girls basketball action tonight in the 6th Region. The Moore Mustangs at 20-4 taking on the Valley Vikings at 26-5.
Can you turn me up a little bit?
And there we go. Coach, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay, that's great. So we've got a couple co-coaches of the year in the region, and a couple of teams both who have won 20-plus games. So we're looking for a good one tonight, aren't we?
Well, if you look across the stat lines, their teams are identical. Yeah. I mean, pretty much identical. They played earlier, and Moore missed a last-second three-point shot to actually tie the ball game up. That looked good going in, and it just didn't. Both coaches are very experienced. Both coaches have paid a lot of dues. I mean, Coach Williams was with Coach Copus forever, in the boys level, and then switched over to the girls. I've known Coach Meadows for years. He was at Moore, and he left Moore. He did a fantastic job there. He left Moore and ended up at PRP for a while. Came back to Moore for his first year back. But you see both coaches have it going in very much the right direction.
Well, and you can tell that by those records. Well, folks, Coach Evans had the chance to talk to head coaches from both schools as we've been awaiting the pregame here. So when we come back, we will hear from Coach Meadows of the Moore Mustangs and his 20-4 record. Let's go ahead and take a quick break. When we come back, Coach Evans and Coach Meadows on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Blunt Dental Group is a high-quality, family-owned dental practice. We are committed to educating our patients, as well as investing in the latest technology to provide more efficient dental care. Our team of licensed dentists and hygienists includes 2010 male high graduate Tyler Blunt, located in the heart of Linden at 8013 New LaGrange Road, Suite 6. For an appointment, call 502-425-7068 or go online at bluntdentalgroup.com. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles.
Innovation is what allowed us to reach for the stars. And now, to reach for the ignition without changing your oil for what feels like forever. Introducing Oil Guard, a Ferris exclusive. This innovative Vanguard oil system lets you go 5 times longer between oil changes. Along with Ferris's patented suspension system, you'll cut faster, mow longer, and reduce maintenance.
(1965) male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com. Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit OperationParent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Polo Real Estate Group, your one-stop real estate source. Founded by 1993 Male graduate Dion Reese. Contact him at 502-387-6330 or visit online at polorealestategroup.com.
Here with David Meadows, a good friend of mine. We actually go way back. It's great to see him back out here on the sidelines tonight. First year for him back to Moore, and has had a heck of a season, 20-4, and it's the first 21 season for Moore since 2016. So it's been a good ride for him. He said he's really enjoyed it, and the young ladies are very fortunate to have him because I know him well. Coach, tell us a little bit about your team just overall, and just kind of a quick snapshot, and maybe and tell us a little bit like the style that you like to play.
Okay, we're very young. I have 10 kids in my program right now. I have 5 high schoolers and 5 middle schoolers. Our middle school team did very well, made it to the Final Four of the JCPS middle school tournament. But we're athletic. Got a couple juniors that have been around for a couple years. Got a junior averaging about 14 a game. Very good athlete, well-rounded player. She averages about 14. And I have an 8th grader, Soraya Todd, that's averaging almost 14. Okay, well,
I used to always, way back when, I always was told that, you need about 3 in double digits to 4, and you have a really good team. Well, you almost have that covered completely. You have 3 in double digits this year on average, and 1 right at double digits at 9 points. That usually means a good thing. That usually means they share the ball. Is that the case? I mean, how's your chemistry?
Yeah, they're very unselfish, and I played for a coach years ago that always talked about Mr. Inside and Mr. Outside. We've sort of got that. Got a couple players that shoot well from the outside, and I don't have any big players, but a couple players that will take it to the hole and score inside. So that's been good. They're extremely unselfish. Some of my leading scorers I wish would be maybe a little more selfish.
I understand. I've been down that road, especially with these young ladies. They want to take care of their friends, no doubt about it. As far as tonight goes, I saw we all played not too long ago, really, and it was a really good game. It looked like, 65-62, something like that. It's within about 3 or 4 points. I looked at your stat lines, and they're almost carbon copies of each other.
Yes,
to say. So this should go out and be a fantastic ball game tonight, and a lot of fun for us in the stands, but I don't know about you coaches. It puts a little pressure on you. So, what do you need to do tonight? What about this Valley team, and what will you need to do tonight well to maybe tip the scales your way and get you playing this next one out here on Wednesday?
Yeah, I hope so. When we played them the first time, we actually had a shot with about 2 seconds to go that would have tied the game. And it was a good look, and it looked like it was going down, so it was a close game. I would say, as far as styles, we're almost carbon copies. So if you ask me what it takes to win, we need to turn them over, and we don't need to turn them over, because it's going to be 2 teams getting after it full court. We match up very well athletically. As I told my team, when I look at Valley, I think they have 5 guards. We've got, I'll probably have a kid on the floor. If she can score inside, maybe we can cause them problems. But 2 very athletic teams, and I think, like I said, whoever turns the ball over the field will win tonight. And I hate to say this before a game, but I would expect a lot of turnovers on both sides tonight.
Well, usually with that style and good athletic teams and young teams, you see a lot of that. But one thing from my point of view is I really enjoy those types of games up and down the court, and running and jumping and trapping and 1-2-2s and 2-2-1s and man presses. I love all that stuff. So it's going to be a treat for me, and it's also a treat also being back and watching an old good friend of mine that I hadn't seen for a while.
I appreciate that. Thank you for saying that.
Well, best of luck, David.
Thank you.
Take care of yourself. Back to Glycod in just a few minutes.
Buying or selling a new home, and you want to do it with few hassles? Count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
You cannot depend on Carl to make peace with his seatbelt. Or on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup?
Or on Stephanie's perfect parking spot to stay perfect. But you can depend on their car starting because they have Interstate batteries. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
The one way a good person goes to prison is to hurt or kill someone while driving drunk. Why would you throw your life away? John and I are asking you, please don't drink and drive.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Not just blinds. Line Direct, not just blinds.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
As we return to Valley High School, it is time for an inside look. An inside look to tonight's game is presented by Blinds Direct. Looking for the best in home decor at Blinds Direct. They offer custom blinds, wallpaper, and more. Proudly serving Louisville for over 30 years. Visit blindsdirect.com for more. And we're awaiting Coach Evans here for our inside look. And Coach, let's talk about our inside look. First, let's go ahead and talk about the visitors tonight in this one, the Moore Mustangs. What do they need to do to win this ball game?
Well, there's some similarities. I mean, there's not some. Both teams are very, very similar. But for the for the Moore Mustangs, I think they need to do everything they can to limit Leah Stinson, number 5's touches. I mean, she is phenomenal, and good things happen when the ball's in her hands. And she's been playing a lot longer than 4 years. She's like a 6-year player because she started as a 7th grader. So she's the one that makes them roll. The other thing is, you know, they need extra opportunities. Neither one of these teams shoot the lights out. So crushing the offensive boards and getting second shots would really be good for Moore if they want to tilt the balance their way. And then they need to continue to play beyond their years. They're a very young team. They have 5 kids that are 8th graders that play quite a bit, and 5 kids that are, I don't even think they have a senior. They're very young, and so they're going to have to play a little bit beyond their years tonight. And they've been doing that, so they have to continue that.
All right, so that's the Moore Mustangs at 20-4. Now, for the Valley Vikings at 26-5, what are they going to need to do to win this one? And what's an inside look into what their team looks like?
Well, actually, I think both teams have to do this, but whoever wins the turnover battle, both teams love to press. Both teams like to speed you up. Both teams like to force action because they're both looking for easy shots and layups. So winning the turnover battle and finishing, would be really, really important to either team, but in particular Valley tonight to get them off to a good start. Limiting the Mustangs' second shots. Mustangs have a little bit of size on them inside, and, second shots usually mean points, and I think that the Valley Vikings have to keep them off the boards for second shots. And the other thing Valley needs to do is play their game, and their game is pressure, 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 and when in doubt, pressure a little bit more. And that's how they create turnovers, and that's what they love to do, and I think that's going to be very important for tonight.
All right, so again, those are your inside looks, your inside look to tonight's game presented by Blinds Direct. This broadcast is authorized by Valley High School and the 6th Region with production rights owned by Glycod Media. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all participating student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you for watching. Now we're going to take a brief break. When we come back, you will hear from Coach Dennis Williams of the Valley Vikings. So stay tuned for that tonight on Glycod.
Not just blinds. Blinds Direct. Not just blinds.
You cannot depend on Carl to make peace with his seatbelt. Or on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup?
Or on Stephanie's perfect parking spot to stay perfect. But you can depend on their car starting because they have Interstate batteries. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville. You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
One. This is Mark Evans here with Des Williams, the head coach of the Valley Vikings and the district champion going against the Moore Mustangs tonight. Coach, I appreciate the opportunity to talk to you, and you've led this team to 2 consecutive 20 win years or 20 game seasons, and you won the first district championship since I think 2003, maybe.
2003, yes.
Which has to be great for these young ladies. I mean, we all know you got to get over one hump after another hump after another hump. So I'm sure that was a really big win for you the other night. What will you need to do to keep this ride going as far as tonight goes? I mean, what will your team need to do tonight to keep everything going?
Well, there's 2 things that we've been doing pretty much the whole year. So we've basically been trying to speed teams up, trying to turn teams over and try to get some easy layups. We run a diamond press, and then we do like a 1-2-2 half-court trap where we just try to fly and try to make teams make quick shots. Not necessarily make a lot of turnovers, but just to speed them up and to get where we can get baskets in transition. So that's been a big key for us this season. The biggest thing that we need to improve on tonight is we just have to shoot the ball better. So most of our wins, if we can score close to 60 points and shoot 40%, we usually have a pretty good chance of winning games. Where we struggle is when we start taking quick shots and then shooting in between the 20s and the 30%. We can't do that tonight. If we do that tonight, we're probably going to be in trouble.
Yeah, I definitely looked at it. If you look at the stat lines across the board, both teams are really even. I know you came out ahead in the first one by 3 or 4 points or something like that. We're in the 60s, and I looked at your percentages and things such as that. That 1-2-2 works pretty well, doesn't it?
It does work pretty well when you do it right. Our biggest thing is just making sure our girls are in the right position. What I've learned from girls basketball more than boys basketball is a lot of girls will look where they're throwing the ball. So, we try to read eyes and read heads and body posture and then just move in that direction.
Or they like those right sidelines when they come down with that right hand, and if you have somebody waiting for it, they end up.
Absolutely, we're just trying to get teams. We're just trying to get teams on a third of the court. Once we get them on a third of the court, that's our advantage. If they're in the middle of the court, sometimes we have a hard time with our reads.
Now, do you ever drop it back and go 3/4, then drop it back to a half court and trap out of that?
We do. So it just basically depends on how teams play us. Moore's been breaking a lot of our pressure last time we played them with like a 1-3-1 set. So our biggest thing is our point needs to put a lot of pressure on their point guard and try to get her out of the middle of the floor.
Absolutely. That's what we used to.
Okay.
Had to have ball pressure. Had to have ball pressure. You can't let them look all day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach, you have a 3-time all-region first-team young lady on your team, Aaliyah Stinson. I see her statistics, and they look pretty good. What can you tell us a little bit about that young lady?
Well, the good thing about Leah's played for me since 7th grade, so actually this is her 5th year playing varsity basketball. So she has had to adjust as we go on. When she first started playing, she had to score a lot of points, handle the ball a lot more than she needs to. As we've gotten better now, she's learning how to run the team. And then that was my whole goal for Leah, was learn how to run a team, know when somebody's hot, know when you have to take over. And she's done a good job at that this year. She's a 3-level scorer, so she can get to the basket. She's good on the pick and roll, getting to that elbow. She's good at getting to her spots. And then she's still an improving three-point shooter, but she still shoots over 30% from threes. So been really, really proud of her. So sometimes she rushes a little bit on offense, but she's learning to be more vocal and be a leader.
Well, I mean, she's shooting 34% most of the time. People say if you can shoot 33 or better, it's a positive.
Correct, absolutely.
I mean, that's kind of.
And she shoots 49% from the field, so people don't realize that she shoots such a high percentage.
Now, what would you say more strengths are that you're going up against tonight? I mean,
so when we played them the first time, what really hurt us is they're very physical. Bigger teams, we're so small, we're not a physical team. So they got a lot of paint touches, a lot of second chance opportunities. They have one really good player, Natalia Pitts, who's a big, strong player that we had a hard time keeping her out of the lane. So they're a good lane team. He's done a great job as far as they play man-to-man defense in a 2-2-1 full court press. So they kind of try to slow you down a little bit and let you make your own mistakes. So they're well coached. Coach Meadows is a really, really good coach.
Yeah, I know Dave well. I mean, we go way back too, and I know he does a great job, and I'm glad he's back out there and doing good things for his Moore team, and it's really cool what you've done out here, Coach.
Well, I truly appreciate that.
I think that's really neat. All these communities need positives, and that's a great positive for these.
Yeah, kids. And that was my whole thing when I took over as coach is to bring the community, and hopefully we'll have a good crowd tonight. Bring the Valley Station crowd into the ball game, and hopefully, we can perform for it.
Well, thank you, Coach Williams.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Mark.
Best of luck.
Yes, thank you.
Back to Glycod.
Thanks, brother.
Definitely. Best competition. Check it. Ooh.
Need a better battery? Get an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Should have had an Interstate.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
From Glycod, it's UA Local 502 Louisville Basketball Game Night. UA Local 502, they do it right the first time. Tonight's game is brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, commitment to quality. The Army National Guard, where the next greatest generation is now. German American Bank, building our community together. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust. IBEW Local 369, power up your potential. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles. State Farm Insurance Agent Mike Shelton. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And Holy Smokes Barbecue. Now courtside for all the action from Glycod on UA Local 502 Louisville Basketball Game Night.
Check it. Ooh. Definitely. Best competition. Check it.
And welcome back to Glycod's coverage of the 6th Region quarterfinals for the ladies tonight. And Valley High School, it is time to take a brief look at our starting lineups. Tonight's starting lineups presented by Interstate Batteries. Get started with Interstate Batteries. They're outrageously dependable. First up for the visiting Moore Mustangs. They will go as follows. Number 2, Tajay Harper, a junior, 5'7".
At guard, number 14,
Guard, Journey McCain, 5'5", sophomore.
Guard, number 34,
At guard, Asia Bowens Jackson.
Number 32,
Natalia Pitts, and a 5'5" junior. And Sarah Todd, a 5'9" 8th grader. Soraya Todd, Soraya Todd, a 5'9" 8th grader. And then for the Valley Vikings, Celine Windling, a 5'7" senior. Leah Stinson, a 5'4" junior. Number 20, Dixie Johnson, a 5'7" junior. A Goddess Russian at number 21, 5'2" freshman. And number 23, Miriam Cooper, 5'3" sophomore.
And at guard, number 21.
So again for Valley, Winley, Stinson, Johnson, Russian, and Cooper. And 4 more, Harper, McCain, Bowens, Jackson, Pitts, and Todd.
And your Valley Vikings are coached by 6th Region Coach.
And those are your starting lineups. Brought to you by the nice folks at Interstate Batteries. Coach, thoughts here?
Yeah, I think we have a great game in front of us. I think both teams are going to press. Well, I know they are. And probably makes and misses they'll press off of. And, the team that takes care of the basketball will probably be the team that wins the basketball game tonight. That would be my guess, Dr. Carter.
All right. And Valley wins the tip. And into their offense they go. Working baseline. And then feeding down low for Windley for 2.
Yeah, good start, good ball movement, reversed the ball, and found the post player, and she knocked it down from about 2 feet. Once again, right in the press, right off the bat, looked to be a 1-2-1-1 press. And the diamond press, more or less, is what it is. Once again, both teams are going to try to create turnovers.
Pitts pitching it in. Okay, then taken away and going the other way. And the foul.
Yeah, great job of running that 1-2-2 that time. They played it perfect. They took the middle pass away, quick trap. One thing that the Moore Mustangs are going to have to do is stay out the sidelines. Get off the sidelines. Don't pull your dribbles, because if you do, that will happen to you often.
So Miriam Cooper to the line, 52% free throw shooter as a team. 45% for Valley. If they have an Achilles heel, that might be it.
Yeah, neither two teams shoot free throws extremely well, or three-pointers for that matter. So they have to create their own offense through their defense, and that's what you're going to see tonight.
Jump ball. Possession.
Ball immediately into Bowens Jackson, and she was tied up, so jump ball, and going to stay with the Mustangs.
Yeah, they're inviting. The Vikings want them to go corners. That's what's happening. Good quick ball movement side to side, then back to the middle would really help. Would really help the Moore Mustangs a lot.
The trap,
which happened just that time.
Trying to feed the ball down low, but the ball out of bounds, and it will go to Valley.
Did a little bit better job of getting the ball to the middle, but what happened? You got to turn and see, and they had a wide open kid on the opposite block. Once again, 1-2-2 by the Moore Mustangs to try to create a turnover.
Baseline foul, as that was Russian trying to drive the baseline, but Harper, Tajay Harper with the foul there.
My guess is the Vikings are going to press whether they make this free throw or not. Some teams only press on makes, but from what I understand with the coach, they want to press anytime they can. So I would expect another 1-2-2.
So 2 misses, but then actually a foul comes on the ensuing fight for possession. Cooper committing the foul there.
Yeah, they'll have one player on the ball. They'll have 2, corner trap, and then they play off of that. Split it down the sideline.
Leading the ball, trying to find underneath. Can't do so. Taken away. That's Windling. Dumps it down. And then back into the hands of the Mustangs.
Well, they ran the perfect break. Did a great job. Just missed the layup.
And then taken away by the Vikings again. That's Windling for three. Nails it.
Point goal by Windling.
Well, that makes that basket look a lot bigger the next time you shoot it when you back them in.
And then a turnover. Driving, there is Stinson. Can't get it to fall. Quickly outletted. And the foul comes.
Yeah, a little bit of transition defensive mix-ups that time, but really more or less what it really was the Vikings were going all to the boards, and when the ball kicked out a little bit long, it gave the more Mustangs the opportunity to get out and run. It wasn't so much anybody's fault. They should have one rotated back at all times, trying to keep that from happening, but that time it just didn't happen for the Vikings.
Johnson commits the foul. Some substitution there for the Mustangs. Walls checks in.
It looks as if both teams typically play, 6 to 8 deep most of the time. So once again, they're pretty much carbon copies of each other.
Neither would go there, but offensive board by Walls. Over into the hands of Pitts, who could not get that to fall. And then cleans it up, does Pitts. So Natalia Pitts.
Yeah, Pitts did a great job of picking the pocket and then, more importantly, finished the shot. So that's a point off of the turnover, and that's going to be important today. 2-2-1 by the Mustangs, trying to push them to the sidelines. But they're really falling out of the trap, so it really doesn't do a whole lot when you have your front trapping and your back not.
Three attempt won't go. The stick back wouldn't go either, and then a tie-up underneath. Walls and Stinson.
Valley number 3 is Stoll. It's going to be her first.
Yeah, it looks, one of Valley's greatest concerns was giving up offensive rebounds, but so far they're not, both of them are doing a pretty decent job of getting teams off the boards after one shot. Once again, another 1-2-2 action.
Three taken by Tiller. Can't get it to go. The stick back up. Won't fall. Finally taken out of there by Payne.
Right now, Moore's getting their opportunities, but shots aren't falling for them. They've only made 1-2 so far. They have got fouled, but they missed the 2 free throws. So, just a little bit of a struggle. Doing the scoring side of it, which will be important tonight. That's why you need some turnovers to get some easy shots.
Windling inside, can't use the glass to get it to go. Cleaned up though by Stinson. And drive and then take it away. Pitts has it knocked away.
Check back into the game for Valley. Number 21, Russian.
Well, Dr. Carter, we're about 4 minutes into the ball game, and the Mustangs have 4 turnovers and the Vikings have 3, so it's really limited their opportunities to get shots. So that's why we have an 8-2 score here.
Pitts then back to Owens. Jackson can't get it to go. Underneath Walls, she's fouled.
Yeah, that's 2 offensive rebounds by the Mustangs back-to-back, and that's something that Coach Williams said they have to take care of tonight. They have to keep them off the boards. They can't give up the second shot. So I'm sure he'll first opportunity, he'll do some reminding.
Walls off back irons.
Yeah, the Moore Mustangs are 47% from the free throw line this year. So, less than half the time they go in. So that's a big piece tonight, knocking down free throws.
Walls does get 1 of 2.
2-2-1 press again by the Mustangs. Really a soft press, so more or less slowing them down, trying to anyway.
Trying to. Windling couldn't get it to fall. And Moore's back on the attack. Trying to push it ahead, knocked out of bounds. Deflection, And ball will be to the Mustangs.
Well, Benaya did a pretty good job of getting the ball out. If she would just got her head up just a little sooner, if she had a cutter on the left side that she may have been able to hit and get an easy layup out of.
Ball inbounds to Pitts.
Man-to-man looks like by the Vikings, and created a turnover.
Trying to dump it inside. And take it away. Three will not fall, Dixie Johnson, but offensive rebound back in the hands of Johnson.
She got a great look out transition. Those are good shots to make threes on.
Down inside to Windling. Gets it to go. Had a couple of stick backs there and finally got it to go.
Absolutely.
And then on the other end, quickly ahead, but not able to convert. And then player down for the Valley Vikings.
Number 2, Harper. For Valley, number 30, Stallworth. And number 23, Cooper.
As Harper checks back into the game and Walls to the sideline. And it looks like there's a timeout on the floor, so we will take a brief timeout as well. Back with more here on Glycod.
If a drunk driver hurts or kills someone, the bar or restaurant that overserved that person is jointly responsible. I'm attorney John D. Camillus, and Rob and I hold restaurants and bars accountable. Let me speak directly to bar managers and bartenders. Be a frontline hero. Have the courage to cut someone off. If you've been in an accident with a drunk driver, call us. Our reputation is our trademark.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
10-3 with 3:24 remaining here in the first period. And had a player down for Valley, but up and out, and looks to be all right. And Valley's back on the offensive attack. Stallworth draws the foul. No steps. Travel.
Yeah, she had a nice move. If she could have just pulled up, little bounce, little soft jump stop, and knocked it down, that would have been good. Took one more dribble and got too deep and had nowhere to go and traveled.
So Bowens Jackson bringing it up the court.
Yeah, back to the 1-2-2, and way more is beating it is passing before they have the opportunity to trap. So they're trying to beat the trap.
Todd with the miss, and then quickly out is Valley again.
Great save. I thought she was long gone, but she made a great play, great hustle, and kept the basketball with the Vikings. A lot of pressure up front.
And then down inside, Johnson couldn't get it to go. Cleaned out by Harper. Pressure there for Todd trying to get it across timeline. And then ball taken away from Bowens Jackson, even though she hit the deck. Jump shot, no good, and then knocked out of bounds.
Well, the difference is, the more Mustangs use their 2-2-1 press more or less to slow the other team down and set them up for potential mistakes, but they're really not looking to trap out of it. It's more of a safety press. The Valley Vikings are all about as much pressure trapping as they can get to get the turnovers.
So we have a full timeout on the floor with a 10-3 game, so we'll take a timeout as well. Back with more first period action on Glycod.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
Back to live action here at Valley High School as Moore with the ball, trailing by 7. And trying to feed Todd down low. Taken away again by the Vikings.
Yeah, pretty good ball movement by Moore that time, but then threw directly right into somebody's hands. You have to get the ball down. Every once in a while, a bounce pass would be nice.
Johnson, spin move from the elbow. Can't get it to fall. Harper grabs the board.
Yeah, they pretty much, the Vikings stay in that 1-2-2 set all the time looking for traps. They really don't go into man-to-man much.
Stinson on the other end. Got fouled. Will go to the line to shoot two.
But what I like about that with Stinson is she got her shoulder into the player and got herself squared to the basket so she could score. A lot of times young ladies will fade away from the contact, but not her. She was looking for the N1, and she's going to get 2 free throws, and let's see if she can't knock them down.
As Stinson knocks home the first.
Yeah, Stinson's a seasoned pro. You know, probably the only weakness that she has is free throws, but they're not bad. They're at 61%. Shoots a three well from the 34%, and I think she shoots over 50% or right at 50% from the field, so she can score.
Makes both, does Leah Stinson, junior. And 9-point lead.
Now they're three-quarter court. They dropped into a 1-2-2 three-quarter court.
And
got
take
another
the ball
turnover.
away again. This time it's Cooper.
Yeah, pressure is really, as you can see, really affecting the Moore Mustangs. They look a little tight, and they need some shots to go down.
3-point wouldn't fall, and that was from Bowens Jackson. Stick back wouldn't go either.
That was on Natalie's number 23, Cooper. That's her second.
Tajay Harper will be at the line.
Well, Harper did a good job of getting to that weak side. She read that shot really well. It missed. You know, usually the side you shoot it from, it comes off the other side. She was right there for that weak side rebound, and she makes the free throw and rewards herself and her team.
That was foul 2 on Miriam Cooper.
Yeah, I look for the Mustangs maybe this time to change up their press a little bit and maybe try to get some traps out of it just to try to turn this just a bit.
So 1 for 2. Does cut into the lead slightly, but ball over and back.
Violation. Mustang basketball.
Yeah, we're for the Moore Mustangs, just a tough beginning of a game. They've already turned the ball over 10 times, and several of those have ended up in either layups or fouls.
Taken away, but then Bowens Jackson managed to step into the passing lane, take it right back away again. Then ball knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, Coach Meadows and Coach Williams told me the same thing. Said, Mark, off the record, we expect a few turnovers tonight, and I think they meant quite a few turnovers, and that's what we're getting.
Have to give Dixie Johnson some credit for sacrificing her body there, going into the bench, literally.
Well, you know, it's
ball
really
away.
a clean game. I mean, both teams are playing hard. It just got to take care of the ball better.
Mustangs turn it over again. Quickly ahead and couldn't find her player.
Yeah, it was a nice thought, but that's a tough pass coming down the left side. Unless you have a great left hand, you have to bring the ball all the way back with your right and try to make that long pass, and that's tough to do.
Quickly into front court. Then taken away. Bowens Jackson stripped. It'll be Viking basketball.
Yeah, that was a tough one. She made a great play and more or less bad luck. You know, she shot it, was blocked right back into her and then out of bounds. Yeah, Moore's picking up and trapping now a little bit like we talked about.
Johnson with a nice runner there.
Great body control, nice runner. No one underneath to take a charge.
And time is up on the first quarter. So our score at the end of one in this girls' 6-region quarterfinal is Valley 16 and Moore 4. We'll be back with the second quarter here on Glycod.
The one way a good person goes to prison is to hurt or kill someone while driving drunk. Why would you throw your life away? John and I are asking you, please don't drink and drive.
Flycon on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycod.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
As we return to Valley High School, the Valley Vikings leading this one 16-4 over the Moore Mustangs in this girls' 6 region quarterfinal action. I'm Dr. Todd Carter. Alongside me, Coach Mark Evans, Jeff Cooper, our on-site producer tonight, and of course, executive producer Steve Bird, sending us scores and helping get us notes, etc. Coach, that was lots of turnovers.
It was exactly. It was as promised, more or less. 12 turnovers for the Moore Mustangs and 7 for the Vikings. But the Vikings are finishing their opportunities off the turnovers they're getting, whereas the Mustangs are not, and that's the difference.
Valley. Nice move down inside, actually even better follow there from Stinson, but the move by Russian was good. He's back in the game after taking a hard fall earlier. And then taken away by Payne. And Johnson draws the foul.
Foul on number 50, Walls.
Walls whistled for that. First of the quarter. Inbounds. Nicely done to Russian. And then from the free throw line, that one won't fall for Pitts. Quickly ahead. Russian got a little too far underneath.
Yeah, definitely so. Just needed to get her head up a little bit sooner and get a little bit wider angle so she gets a better look at the layup.
Pitts for 3.
That was a big shot. They very much need it, 18-7. If they can make a big run here in the second quarter, get it back close.
Ball thrown out of bounds and into the Moore Mustangs bench, so turnover Vikings.
Yeah, a little bit of miscommunication. Skipped it from the left to the right. Unfortunately, no one was there on the right. Back into a 1-2-2, and that's the Vikings playing a 1-2-2 trap.
Pitts. Nice move there along the baseline.
Yeah, I heard great things about Pitts. That was a beautiful move and a nice finish. Coach Williams had some concerns about, Pitts, and last time I think she hurt him inside with second and third shots. So, I can understand why she could move.
Got Pitts unofficially with 7 of the 9. One made free throw from each of 2 players.
Then we got another turnover. We got more tipping the ball back to the inbounder, and the inbounder decides she'd catch it, and that never works out so well.
Nope, that was a great play there by Todd. Soraya Todd doing a little jumping jack action. Pitts gets it across timeline, trying to find Tiller. Dixie Johnson ends up with it, brings it down, shoots the 3, won't fall, and cleaned up there.
Well, it's on the run. Let's see if they can get something easy out of this.
Holding up for 3 was Todd, but couldn't get it to go. Excuse me, Pitts, my fault. And then 3 on the other end. That one banks home from Stinson.
Well, the game's about angles, and that was a perfect time to have an angle on a 45-degree angle on a three-point shot that banked it in.
From the right wing there, that was Tiller. Couldn't get it to fall.
Yeah, I think she just hesitated. She didn't have any rhythm on that shot. I don't think she really wanted to take it at the time.
Stinson. Excuse me, that was Windling. My fault. Windling couldn't get it to go, but nice offensive board. Stallworth.
Jump ball. Possession of Moore.
And then a tie-up. Possession to the Moore Mustangs.
Checking in for Moore, number 2, Harper. Number 14, McKay. Checking in for Valley.
Thompson and Harvey checking in the ball game for the Vikings.
Number 23, Cooper.
And 23, Cooper, also in the ball game. And Pitts with another 3.
Yeah, that was great ball movement, though. That went from left to right, swung the defense, moved the defense, and just an excellent knockdown shot.
Then McCain could not capitalize.
Yeah, Moore's picking up the pressure now, though.
A couple of players hit the deck there, going after the ball.
Yeah, as we spoke not too long ago, we talked about probably Moore was going to need to change the press into a more aggressive trapping press, and that's exactly what they've done, and it's paid some dividends for them. They've had some more opportunities because of it.
And we've got a full timeout on the floor, so we will take a timeout as well. Back with a 21-12 score when we return here on Glycott.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Tech24, a commercial food service repair company. Find out how you can train for a rewarding career and earn top pay and benefits by visiting mytech24.com.
As we return to Valley High School, 21-12, Valley over Moore. For the latest updates on all things high school athletics, including continuous score updates, visit glycod.com. We really enjoy what we do and appreciate your support. So ball out of bounds in the backcourt there for the Vikings.
Set a high screen off the man-to-man defense. Moore's really picking up their man-to-man defensive pressure and created a turnover with it.
Sure did. So Moore has definitely picked up the defensive energy here.
Yeah, they might have been, we talked about their youth. They might have been a little tight coming in this ball game. That's kind of usually when you have a lot of turnovers and you can't make shots, it's usually because you're tight.
And run out by Thompson for 2.
Impressive left hand, left hand, left side. That's good to see.
And a whistle comes right at the half-court line.
Yeah, one thing about pressing, and if you ever heard Patino talk about pressing, is you trap all you want, but fouls negates hustle. Fouling negates hustle, and that's the one thing you have to be able to do is trap, press, and trap without fouling. Force the pass to be a bad pass as opposed to try to steal the ball from the direct trap.
Pitts takes it inside and scores plus the harm.
Pitt's making her presence known in this ball game. She's trying to will her way back and her team's way back into this thing, but we got about 4 minutes. It's a big 4 minutes here for the Moore Mustangs. They really need to keep picking up the pressure and turning over the Vikings.
Well, Natalia Pitts averages 13.9 points a game. I have her unofficially with 12 and the chance for 13 here.
Well, and she also 5 rebounds, and that's important too.
And she gets that 13th point.
Yeah, she can score. She's a scorer, no doubt about it. 2-2-1 press. Let's see if they look to trap out. Got the ball to the middle. That's what the Vikings want to do, and they were able to break the pressure. Staying in the man-to-man.
For three, off iron, no good. Cleaned up there by McCain, and then the jump ball comes.
Viking basketball.
Yeah, that's another turnover for the Mustangs. They had the possession, but anytime you get a tie up and it goes the other way on you, that's their turnover.
And we have another timeout on the floor. So with a timeout on the floor, we will take a timeout here as well. 23-15 our score. See if Moore can chip away at this some more. Coming up here in the second quarter on Glycott. Sorry.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're watching Louisville basketball.
As we return to live action, 3:33 on the clock. Valley with the ball. They're going to try to extend this lead. Moore has made a valiant effort to cut into this Valley Vikings lead this quarter. That was short by Johnson, but a nice follow-up there by Cooper.
Yeah, Moore's in the man-to-man that time, and that time the young lady helped off the corner shooter, which is I never like to do because usually shooters are in the corners, but it paid off that time. She missed the shot.
And getting the ball away from the trap does more, but they couldn't capitalize. Stinson with it. Spin move, floater, won't fall.
Very pretty by Stinson, though.
That was a good shot.
She moves well without the ball and with the ball both.
And quickly ahead to Bowens-Jackson.
Nice job of finishing at the other end, which is important.
And then, I thought the ball was going to be turned over, but Johnson comes down with it. Another floater, this one.
Yeah, that time Mustangs thought they had the ball on the tip, and they all were standing and just gave them wide open layup to the Vikings.
Trap comes there at the free throw line, and Harper ends up losing the ball, but knocked out of bounds by the Vikings.
Let's see, Coach Meadows, great coach. Let's see what he has drawn up here for an inbounds play. See if they can pick up a couple points here. It's always important to get a few off the inbounds plays if possible. We used to try to get at least 8 and not give up anything.
And ball to the inbouncer. McCain couldn't get it to go. Walls couldn't get it to go. Finally tracked down there. Nicely done.
Good. And an offensive rebound and another opportunity. Beautiful pass.
Good pass inside. And getting it to go is Todd. I've got that as her first points of the night.
Yeah, that was great vision, and nice finish.
Johnson couldn't get the first, couldn't get the second. Wells cleans it up. Oh, then ball taken away.
Yeah.
Thompson.
Basket by Russian.
Oh, excuse me, that's Russian. My fault. Honest Russian with that basket. Down inside, whistle comes. So Soraya Todd will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, Soraya does a nice job right there on that low block. They just need to find her each time because most of the time she's open because the Vikings are pushed up trying to turn the other team over. She's a 51% free throw shooter, so she'll help her average if she can knock this one down.
Walls tries to clean it up, but back in the hands of the Vikings. Windling, spin move, can't get it to fall.
Yeah, she likes getting to the paint. She's got a lot of little spins and different kinds of moves and does a nice job.
Bowens-Jackson takes it inside. Off iron, won't get it to fall. Walls, can't get the stick back to go.
Yeah, Mustangs are really having a hard time. They're getting a lot of second shots, and they're just not capitalizing, and it's really digging a hole for them.
Cross court to Stallings. Excuse me, Stinson. Don't know where that came from. Stinson. And then a foul on the rebound.
Yeah, that's a nice little step back by Stinson. She's definitely smooth, and I understand what Coach Williams is talking about. She runs her team. She gets them in the right places. You know, she doesn't have to score every time, and she's more worried about making sure the rest of them score. But she can score if she needs to. Beautiful trap.
Taken away.
Perfect.
Johnson, slid her feet and fell down. Too bad.
Yeah,
13.4 left on the clock.
She couldn't figure out if she wanted to go right or left or the middle or where she wanted to go, and then it was too late. She was under the basket. Back to the 1-2-2, looking for the same. Got the ball in the middle is where they want to go.
Right inside.
And it paid
Walls
off.
Gets it to go.
Yeah, that's how you break that 1-2-2. You get to the middle quick and you look opposite block.
And then just the bottom of the net, but nothing else. So that one falls harmlessly, and that brings us to the end of the first half as we have the Valley Vikings 29 and the Moore Mustangs 22. Stay tuned. We'll have the halftime show upcoming for you on Glycott.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Welcome to Holy Smokes Barbecue.
At Holy Smokes Barbecue, our pitmasters smoke up mouth-watering ribs, chicken, brisket, mutton, and more. From sandwiches to full dinners, with a complete list of sides and desserts. Holy Smokes Barbecue. Just tell them that the man in the big white hat sent you.
Order up.
How's the pork chop taste?
It's pretty good. It's the best one I've ever had.
Holy Smokes Barbecue. Tell them the man in the big white hat sent you.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, a tradition of corporate excellence and community service. For more, visit tfcfamily.com.
Halftime here at Valley High School, where the Valley Vikings are leading the Moore Mustangs 29-22. Should tell you tonight's scoreboard is presented by Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering. Tell them the man in the big white hat sent you. 7508 Preston Highway, 502-968-5657. Well, Coach Evans, while we will be back with stats in a minute or so, just first initial thoughts on that first half of play.
Well, it evened up just a little bit toward the end of that first half. Basically, honestly, the Vikings started having about as many turnovers as the Moore Mustangs, and then the Moore Mustangs started finding the basket a little bit. Neither team shot the ball stellar by any stretch. That's a big part of why it is what it is. Basically the whole thing's going to be, how well can Moore come out? I thought Moore changed the game when they picked up their energy and started looking for traps.
Sure did. Well, let's take another quick break. When we come back, we'll have the German-American halftime stats for you. So let's take that break. Be back with those halftime stats in a moment here on Glycod.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
If a drunk driver hurts or kills someone, the bar or restaurant that overserved that person is jointly responsible. I'm attorney John D. Camillus, and Rob and I hold restaurants and bars accountable. Let me speak directly to bar managers and bartenders. Be a frontline hero. Have the courage to cut someone off. If you've been in an accident with a drunk driver, call us. Our reputation is our trademark.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
You cannot depend on Carl to make peace with his seatbelt. Or on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup?
Or on Stephanie's perfect parking spot to stay perfect. But you can depend on their car starting because they have Interstate batteries. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Innovation is what allowed us to reach for the stars. And now, to reach for the ignition without changing your oil for what feels like forever. Introducing Oil Guard, a Ferris exclusive. This innovative Vanguard oil system lets you go 5 times longer between oil changes. Along with Ferris's patented suspension system, you'll cut faster, mow longer, and reduce maintenance.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
As we return to Valley High School, as we wind down halftime, 29-22 our halftime score, Valley over Moore. Tonight's halftime stats are brought to you by German American Bank. Support your community school with the German American School Spirit Check Card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for more information for the team stats. Let's turn it back over to Coach Evans.
Okay, we'll start out with our visitors tonight. They made a big push right at the end of the second half to get back in the game, actually. But let's begin with their stats. The Moore Mustangs were 8 of 30 from the field for 27%. They were 2 of 10 from the three-point line for 20%, and 3 of 8 from the free throw line for 38%. They did have 15 turnovers, but they cut those back here in the last 3 or 4 minutes of the half, which got them back into the game. For the leading team at this point in time, up 29-22, the Valley Vikings, even though they were outscored 18-13 in the second quarter, they are still ahead. Their stats were 10 of 36 for 28% from the field, 2 of 7 for the free throw line for 29%. I'm sorry, 2 of 7 from three-point line for 29%, and 3 of 5 from the free throw line for 60%, and they had 12 turnovers. So that's your stats for that first half.
There's your team statistics. Individually, the Moore Mustangs were led by Natalia Pitts and her 13 points. Several others contributing smaller numbers, but Celine Windling has 9 for the Vikings. Miriam Cooper with 6 also for the Vikings. So we are ready to get set here. Should be Moore basketball first in this second half of action. Looks like Harper McCain, Bowens, Jackson, Pitts, and Todd starting lineup back in for Moore. And looks like starting lineup the same for the Vikings. Try to give that to you here in a second, but first, shot up, wouldn't fall, but McCain with the follow.
That's how you want to start off if you're Moore. Once again, the Valley Vikings gave up a weak side, wide open layup due to giving up that rebound.
Cooper with it, trying to feed inside, knocked out of bounds. That gives me the opportunity to tell you it's Windling, Stinson, Johnson, Russian, and Cooper for the Vikings.
Dr. Carter, I do believe this is going to be a big big second half. I really think both teams have really picked up their intensity and energy, and usually the aggressor will pull it out in the end. So, Moore first half was passive until the very end and then changed the game a little bit. So I look for that to continue from Moore. Should be a great second half.
Well, as we begin the second half of action, I should tell you, I'm Dr. Todd Carter. Alongside me, Coach Mark Evans, Jeff Cooper running our computer here on sites, doing the production. Johnson couldn't get that one to go. Tie up down low between Walls, Johnson, and Windling.
I think the Vikings get a second chance there on the change of possessions, jump ball, tie ball.
So Vikings looking to trigger. A nice kick out there. Cooper can't get the 3 to fall, and ball ends up in the hands of Todd there.
Yeah, that was a nice play run by Coach on the inbounds. There's a double screen for Stinson, but they missed her in the corner. They did still get a good shot, but they missed their first option.
Vikings back on the attack, 29-24.
Still man-to-man by the Mustangs.
Stinson can't get it to fall. Johnson off the top of the backboard.
Mustang basketball.
So Mustang basketball, they've cut this lead to 5.
Yeah, we got the Vikings extending their 1-2-1-1 pressure, diamond press. Great job. Well, for a minute, a great job getting the ball to the middle, but even a better job by Dixie Johnson with the back tip.
So Johnson cleans up after Stinson misses the long-range jumper, gets the stick back and the foul.
Well, the cool thing about that was Dixie busted her tail from pursuit from behind, got a back tip, stole the basketball, got it out. They missed the shot, and then Dixie went in there and got the rebound and the stick back.
Could not convert on the free throw, though.
Back into that 1-2-2 half-court trap, and another steal.
Another steal. Johnson
Pretty
again.
fast.
Couple of short-range shots there wouldn't fall. So we'll try from distance. That won't fall either.
Yeah, it's been a cold shooting for both teams tonight so far.
And then the trap comes against Benaya Tiller.
Yeah. A little bit of a push from behind. That got the foul, so we'll see how Moore decides to break that 1-2-2 that they're going to see right now again.
Balls, dumps it, and into the hands of Todd for the 2.
Nice job of feeding underneath.
Long 2 won't fall for Johnson, but tracked down by Winley.
One thing about those long shots, they come off long, so you know that makes rebounding pretty tough. You got to really box out deep if you try to box out.
And Stinson nails the 3.
Yeah, I think Stinson decided it was time for her to step it up just a little bit, so she decided she would take the shot. She's got a pretty shot. She's very smooth.
Well, we've got a timeout taken by Moore High School as the lead opens back up again, 34-26. Come back in a moment here on Glycod.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech 24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Tech 24, a commercial food service repair company. Find out how you can train for a rewarding career and earn top pay and benefits by visiting mytech24.com.
34-26 as we emerge from the timeout taken by the Moore Mustangs. They had this cut to 5, Coach, and then some good defense by the Vikings.
Yeah, the Vikings picked
turnovers.
It up. Yep. Vikings picked it up, and Stinson hit a big shot right there at the end to push it out a little bit. Great timeout probably by Coach Meadows. Just calm him down and get him back on track.
And they got a shot for Todd out of the Pitts out of the timeout, but couldn't convert.
Moore's done a nice job of getting back, though. The Vikings aren't getting anything easy out of transition, that's for sure. So the transition defense by the Mustangs has been pretty good. So it's forcing our Vikings to basically have to run sets. staying with that man-to-man. Running a little weave action by the Vikings. Stinson with the ball. A little bit of a force that time by Stinson. Good idea just to force.
Trying to feed Windling down low. No pressure this time down.
Yeah, 2-3 zone.
Yep.
2-3 zone. Coach Williams has switched it out a little bit different look, and it was very successful.
Trying to feed Todd. Stinson on the other end with the floater. Can't get it to fall. And trying to feed the ball forward and low. This time for Todd, and knocked out of bounds. It'll be more basketball under their own basket.
If I could see anything, I'd like to see Todd run a little bit wider lane on that left side and cut her angle to the basket. I think that would really help her immensely.
Pitts for three, won't fall. And then back around the horn. McCain this time. That one short off iron. Quickly outletted down to Stinson with the bucket.
Yeah, Stinson's a difference maker in this game. She's got the ability to score pretty much better than anybody else on the court, it looks like to me, and she's really asserting herself this second half.
Well, had 5 in the entire first half and 5 thus far in this. Now down low, and the foul comes. Walls will go to the line. So Kennedy Walls, 8th grader, just 27% from the free throw line on the season now.
Well, she's got plenty of summers to work on it. I'm sure coach will have her in the gym working on those free throws.
Can't get the first to fall. Walls eyes the second. And that one won't go either. Quickly down the floor. That's Cooper. Cooper just jukes her way right to the goal. Can't get it to fall, though. And then off the foot of Stinson. Nope, they're going to say off of one of the young ladies from Moore.
Well, one thing about that move, Cooper did something that really helps you in basketball. She changed pace. She hesitated. She stood the defender up. She blew by her baseline. She just didn't finish the shot. Just needed to take her time on the shot.
That's Cooper for 3. Off iron. Wendell cleans up. Now Johnson, she'll drive. Left hand up off glass. Wendell cleans up again and gets the put back. So Windling has 11.
Yeah, Windley's really, really active down there on those offensive boards. She does a really nice job. And offensively, she does a nice job of getting to the paint and being able to make a move.
So Bowens Jackson banks one home. Keeping up there. And 4-3, and then the steal comes. McCain it down. Now cross court to Pitts. Pitts for 3. That one won't fall.
Yeah, that's a shot Pitts shoots a lot and makes a lot, but boy, that was a needed one at this point in time.
That's her second. Team's third.
Pitts 34% free throw shooter, but just couldn't get that one to go.
No. Pretty much think it's her spot too. She likes that wing, but it just didn't fall that time for her. Moore stays in the press. Looks like a 1-3-1 that time. That's another change by Coach Meadows.
Oh. Windling with another runner there, 13.
Yeah, the Vikings did a great job of splitting that. Windling did a nice job of finishing. I'm not so sure that the Mustangs all knew what defense they were in that time.
McCain with a miss, and then Todd with a miss. Finally, Valley gets the board and starts back on offense.
Yeah. You got Stinson out there running the show now. She's a calm customer. She's tough.
Windling takes it down. Can't get it to fall. Stick back won't go either. And down into the hands of Moore. 3. Won't fall. Quickly ahead. Down to Windling. Misses on the first attempt. Gets the second. And a timeout on the floor by Dennis Williams of the Valley Vikings. So we will take a timeout as well. 42-29 when we return. Less than a minute of the third quarter on Glycod.
If a drunk driver hurts or kills someone, the bar or restaurant that overserved that person is jointly responsible. I'm attorney John D. Camillus, and Rob and I hold restaurants and bars accountable. Let me speak directly to bar managers and bartenders. Be a frontline hero. Have the courage to cut someone off. If you've been in an accident with a drunk driver, call us. Our reputation is our trademark.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
Valley leading 42-29 here in the third quarter. Just under a minute to go. And Coach, we've seen a lot of fast and furious action here as both teams have, again, caused turnovers, which we expected coming into this, but some good shooting by the Vikings here in this third quarter stretch.
Yeah, I'd say timely shooting more than anything else.
That's a better way to put it.
Yeah, good shooting is, But anyway, they both are getting a lot of shots. The ball's just not falling right now for either team. But Stinson has really picked it up and taken over. And also Wingling is doing a real nice job of getting the ball in the basket for the Vikings. And the Mustangs are having a hard time for anybody getting the ball in the basket right now.
Stinson facing the pressure.
Running a weave out on top.
And that's Stallworth. Stallworth ends up dribbling into trouble, but Stinson with the steal. Back to Stallworth, down low. Stallworth gets the bucket. So there again, Coach, there's that timely shooting. Some good defense causing a turnover. Missed on a couple hits. Can't get that 3 to go. And that will bring us to the end of 3. So with 1 quarter remaining, Valley 44 and Moore 29. Come on back for more girls 6th region quarterfinal action here on Glycod.
New recruit? Take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
Valley will have the ball first here with the 44-29 lead to begin the fourth quarter. As just a bit of a careless turnover there. Stinson couldn't find Russian.
Yeah, the major deal right now, though, is that the Valley Vikings are getting more shots and making more shots. I know that sounds very simplistic, but that is the bottom line.
3 from McCain. Journey McCain can't get it to go. And finally, Harper Had a couple of attempts there and finally gets the putback to go.
A couple offensive rebounds. You know, the Vikings can't take a break because Mustangs keep coming at them.
And Johnson with her 6th point of the contest.
Yeah, I like Dixie Johnson. She likes getting the ball to the basket too, and she finishes up strong. You know, she's a junior, so she's got a little experience and she knows how you score.
To McCain, she does handle it. Back to McCain, arches the 3, won't fall. Cleaned up by Cooper. Cooper quickly ahead into front court and then begins to slow it down. And off. Windling looks to drive. Gets it up on the rim, can't get it to go, gets her own board. Back out to Johnson. Johnson for 3.
Goal by Johnson.
Yeah, one thing about Celine Windling, she does a great job. She's always looking to score. The only problem is she really needs to work on her offhand, and that would really, really help her become a really good player. But she needs that offhand because of her size and all. It will protect the ball and get her to the free throw line.
Nice attack there by Asia Bowens-Jackson.
Just straight man pressure by the Mustangs, full court. Trying to stay with Stinson, which is a challenge.
And Johnson just barely Windling able to get that, ends up getting it to McCain, and McCain fouled by Leah Stinson.
That's her first.
Her first on the evening, team first in the quarter.
Yeah, once again, you know, Journey McCain did a nice job. You know, got the ball out, had her head up on her dribble, cut her shoulder, so she had a good angle going in for a layup, and has the opportunity to shoot 2 free throws.
First rattles home for Journey McCain. Got 3 in the contest thus far, 3 points, that is.
56% free throw shooter. And maybe she'll improve her percentage right here with this make.
Nope. Wouldn't fall, but a nice offensive board by Kennedy Walls and draws the foul. So Walls will go to the line. Windling whistled for the foul.
Yeah, I like Kennedy Walls. She's only an 8th grader. She's 5'9". She's strong and she's aggressive. She's gonna get nothing but better.
Banks home the first, does Kennedy Walls.
And she's got a pretty bank free throw.
Trying to see if she can cut the Valley lead to 13. Can't get it to go though, so still a 14-point game.
Yeah, excellent vision by Stinson that time.
Russian thought about it there, but decided better of it. And a timeout taken by the Valley Vikings, so we will take a timeout as well with 5:35 left in the 4th quarter, 49-35 when we return here on Glycott.
Go ahead, pour it on, as thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering. Serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham. Always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
Valley Vikings with the ball and the lead, 49-35 here against the Moore Mustangs.
Yeah, this big lead, Moore's going to have to make a big push soon, or it's going to be pretty much run the clock and get fouled and shoot free throws.
Stinson trying to feed down low. Nice extra pass there, but Russian couldn't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, great pass by Stinson, and just need to make that layup.
Walls on the other end. Can't get it to go from the left side of the dish. And then Russian loses the ball out of bounds. So Mustangs will have the basketball.
We're starting to show a little bit of signs of fatigue out there right now, I do believe. This is a big court, big game, a lot of pressure, and sometimes that wears on you, and they look like they're wearing down just a little bit.
A couple lackadaisical passes maybe you've noticed. McCain for three. That one won't fall. Walls. And then nicely done there by Todd to clean it up.
He does a good job around the basket. That was a nice cleanup.
Oh, and then kicked. And Miriam Cooper lost the handle, kicked it out of bounds.
Well, the Vikings are giving the Mustangs all kinds of opportunities. That's about three turnovers out of 4 down the court, but the Mustangs have to be able to take advantage of it. Back that 2-3 zone.
From the left wing, wouldn't fall. Johnson cleans it up. Dixie Johnson still going. Nobody stops her. She draws the foul. Can't get the runner to go, though.
No, she scooped it up there to keep the defense away from the ball, and almost an and one, but just a little bit off. Had a pretty good angle.
And we've got a timeout on the floor, so we'll take our second timeout of the quarter with 4:07 remaining here in the ball game. 12-point lead for the Vikings. Back with more here on Glycott.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
4:07 remaining here in the ball game as Johnson will get 2 attempts to extend this lead.
60% free throw shooter.
Eyes the first, gets the roll. And double-digit scoring unofficially for Dixie Johnson.
Very smooth shot. Looked good. 1-2-2, 3/4 court trap. Trying to finish the more Mustangs out.
Nicely done there by the junior.
And gets a nice turnover. Perfect way to play it. Picked up the passing lane, did a good job.
And then just leading Jolie Payne a little bit too much, and ball out of bounds. Trap came right at the half-court line, and then McCain ends up losing the handle.
Well, more needs to work to get the ball to the middle. Pulling up in these corners is just killing more. They're just walking into the traps, and then it makes it difficult to get anything out of it. They need to be scoring against this Viking press. They're running out of time, and that's more. Nice job of the weave for the layup, but just missed the layup. Gonna hang with her. Here comes a 1-2-2 again on the miss. They do that pretty well.
And a 3 hit by Tiller. Her first score of the ball game.
Definitely a much needed 3.
11-point ball game. 3 minutes to go. On the other end, Valley can't get it to fall. Cleaned up there by Todd. Tiller shoots another 3. This one won't fall.
Yeah, one and out. They need some offensive rebounds on these missed shots. If Moore can do that, they can get back in the game, but the time's ticking pretty quick now.
Nearly falling out of bounds. Oh. Bowen Jackson, excuse me, trying to give up her body there to that one to go. Ends up losing the ball out of bounds. Cooper checks in the ball game as Leah Stinson heads to the bench.
Yeah, I think Coach Williams feels like he can give her a little bit of a break. Good time to have a breather so she can finish it out with her ball handling ability here in the waning minutes.
Travel there by Todd.
Checking the game for Valley, number 12, Thompson.
Ball on the inbounds.
Yeah, I do believe.
Far in line here.
Moore's up, trying to pick up, especially without Stinson in the ball game, looking for turnovers.
So Cooper, though, easily gets it across timeline.
Yeah, Cooper's quick, handles it well, pretty much.
Nearly has it taken away by Tiller, though. But Windling, there to clean it up. Thompson does lose the handle, though, and Moore back on the attack.
Nice bounce in, good bounce pass.
Good pass there for Todd, but she could not capitalize.
Block-to-block passes are very difficult with the defense standing there. The angle was bad on the shot after they made the extra pass.
But getting the ball back on the miss. Down to 132, though. They need some big buckets. Oh, a foul on a three-point attempt. So Natalia Pitts, who has been held scoreless in the second half.
Well, they were running down to get a quick trap from behind, and I think it caught them off guard when she went up from the angle she went up from. You know, usually you throw a fit when they foul three-point shooter, but I think that just was happenstance.
Pitts can't get the first to fall. 64% free throw shooter, so odds are she'll get this one. Get it back to a 10-point ball game, and she does. Now chance to make it single digits.
Be interesting to see Dr. Carter what they run into on this one. See what Moore tries to do here. I would expect maybe a 1-2-2 or something like that to try to get a quick trap and a score.
So Pitts gets 2 of 3 for 15 on the contest thus far.
Yeah, they're in a man press and they're off ball on the inbound. They're looking to help trap. And of course you see Stinson back in the game.
Oh, and
big steal.
Yep.
Basket by Jackson.
But once again, Stinson's back in the game to make sure the ball handling is settled here in the end and make free throws.
And the whistle comes. Cooper. So Asia Bowens-Jackson was the maker of that shot at the other end. But now Cooper, Miriam Cooper.
Yeah, Miriam does a good job overall of handling it, and she's very aggressive. And, you know, at the end of the game, you have to keep looking to score. You know, I mean, it's one thing to run clock, but you always have to look for a layup if given. I mean, because that really makes a big difference. It breaks teams' backs.
So Cooper making both. Gets it back to a 9-point ball game.
Now they're dropped into a point drop. It's a 3-2 or a 1-2-2 point drop defense. Coach has mixed his defense a little bit here at the end.
Taken away by Stinson, down inside, gets it to go.
Yeah, I really like Stinson. That was really nice. Turn back over that left shoulder and use that glass. That's old school stuff. Good shot, good move.
Now down inside, McCain.
Yeah, nice cut by McCain. Nice cut, great finish. Looks like Moore's pulling out of any kind of pressure. I think they kind of know it's about the end.
20 seconds to go here. Little weave.
Yeah, Moore's had a great season. You know, they're 20-4 and runners-up in a really good district. You know, a lot of credit to those young ladies and their coach.
And the Valley Vikings emerge victorious, 55-46 over the Moore Mustangs. The Vikings improving to 27-5. We'll return with the postgame show upcoming here on Glycod.
Your Lady Vikings will be in action again Wednesday night. Game starts at 7:30 against Whitfield.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
Check it. Ooh.
Need a better battery? Get an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Should have had an Interstate.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville. Blunt Dental Group is a high-quality, family-owned dental practice. We are committed to educating our patients, as well as investing in the latest technology to provide more efficient dental care. Our team of licensed dentists and hygienists includes 2010 Male High graduate Tyler Blunt, located in the heart of Linden at 8013 New LaGrange Road, Suite 6. For an appointment, call 502-425-7068 or go online at bluntdentalgroup.com. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
While I go to school full-time. While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by the Army National Guard. Protect what matters most to you. Visit your nearest National Guard recruiter or nationalguard.com.
As we return to the postgame show here on Glycod, where the Valley Vikings improved to 27-5 in winning this 6th region quarterfinal game against the Moore Mustangs, who fall to 20-5. the Valley Vikings will play Wednesday night at 7:30 versus Whitfield Academy here at Valley High School. Big upset in that ball game, and Whitfield Academy to advance to that semifinal game here on Wednesday night. So that's big. Coach, I guess your initial thoughts on this one before we kick it to a break. I know we've got stats, and we're hoping to have Dennis Williams along here at some point during the postgame show for a brief interview. He's the Dennis Williams, a coach in his 7th season here at Valley. Coach Evans, your thoughts on this one?
Well, honestly, by both teams, way too many turnovers, no doubt about it. But when it all came said and done, the bottom line was I thought that the Vikings were consistent with their pressure from beginning to end. And I thought at the beginning of the game, Moore came out a little bit more passive, and it hurt them, and they got off to not a very good start, and they knew they could come back and catch up. But when it's all said and done, you have to put the ball in the basket, and I thought that, and you have to finish, and I thought that it's all said and done. The Vikings did a really nice job when it mattered the most of finishing their shots. And that was the difference.
Absolutely. And end up with the 55-46 win. And, of course, this was a big victory from the standpoint of this was the first 6th region tournament appearance in district title since 2003 for the Valley Vikings. So, and first since moving to the 21st district in 2005 and 6. So a big win for Valley to improve and get to that next game here on Wednesday night.
Well, I think Coach Williams has done a great job over these 7 years since he's came back. It's not an easy situation here. They have to fight to get kids in here to play and all that. And, I really like his team. You could tell they're all engaged with him, and they listen to him. And I was actually spending time back in the office with them before, way early. And the kids that had a shoot around, they're all coming in and saying hello and all that. Just a really good feel, and just really great to see a bunch of good kids, pull off something like this. And they have a shot in the next game. You never know.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and step aside again. We've still got final stats upcoming. We also have most outstanding players to bring to you yet tonight. So let's step aside. When we come back, we will have more with the postgame show here on Glycott.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
Blunt Dental Group is a high-quality, family-owned dental practice. We are committed to educating our patients, as well as investing in the latest technology to provide more efficient dental care. Our team of licensed dentists and hygienists includes 2010 male high graduate Tyler Blunt, located in the heart of Linden at 8013 New LaGrange Road, Suite 6. For an appointment, call 502-425-7068 or go online at bluntdentalgroup.com. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles.
Blind Select, not just blind.
interact.
Not just lines.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by the Kentucky Army National Guard. Serve your country while going to school or work full-time. Find your fit at nationalguard.com.
Back here on the halftime show with head coach Dennis Williams of the Valley Vikings, and coach improving to 27-5 with this win. Chance to play on Wednesday night. Let's just first talk about your girls' grit to get this thing done tonight and improve.
Well, it's really so exciting. One thing I can say about these girls is that they've played hard all year. So it's been a pleasure to coach them. The effort's there. It's not always pretty. I tell people all the time, especially on offense. But I can't say enough about how hard they play, and how they battle. So really, really proud of our team.
Yeah, Coach, what I noticed was, as we talked before, the one difference in the two teams, I thought, at the beginning of the ball game, and you kind of told me how Moore would play that 2-2-1, more or less to get you to make a mistake, but not really to trap you and turn you over. I thought really the difference in the game was from the get-go, you came out and you were out there in that 1-2-2, and you were looking to trap and make turnovers, and you trapped on. You pressed on makes, misses, didn't matter. Half court, full court, didn't make a difference. And I really felt like that was the difference in the game, and I really liked your energy. Can you talk a little bit about that press and how you changed your defense?
Yeah, absolutely. And I told the girls, we started in the summer that we have to play a particular way. We're not very big. If we get in a half-court game with teams, anybody with size, and Moore had some size too, we struggle with the physicality part of it. So the girls have bought in. We're trying to create some type of havoc, whether it's a steal or a turnover or just making team to make a quick shot. That helps us on the rebounding part because usually they have people that are out of position. We wanted to come out and to attack them. When the first time we played them, we set back too much. So I told my person on the point, you have to attack them and get them out of the middle of the court. Our whole thing is that, and we've talked, that you have to get them on a third of the court. Once you get them on a third of a court, that's to our advantage. If they're in the middle of the court, then that's to our disadvantage. So I really, really preach that to our girls, and they bought into it. They did get some easy layups, but I think we forced them. I think the first half, my coach told me we had like 15 steals in the first half. We just weren't converting off those steals, and that's just something we have to continue to improve on.
Yeah, and that's angles to the basket and a lot of things like that, I think. But what I was really impressed with, and as you know, that was my favorite press. I pressed a lot. I used a lot of different things in my years of coaching. But what I was, by knowing a little bit about it, kids did a great job of closing traps without fouling, number one. They did a real nice job of making the middle look open and then taking it away for the steal. And then if they chose to try to go sidelines, you always had a player rotating out and rotating back to the weak side. I thought you played like a glove. You could tell they're well coached. You could tell they've done it a lot. And the energy and the hands active really made a big difference, I think. Finishing shots, part of that is just youth and excitement and Absolutely. A big game and turnovers the same way. But, I also like, you changed your defenses. You went 2-3, gave them some real problems, and got them standing and looking. Was that what you wanted, Coach?
Well, that was part of it, and then I wanted to save some minutes. I wanted to kind of slow the game a little bit, just to take some of the clock when we had our lead, let our girls rest a little bit because they do expend so much energy out on the court all the time. You can kind of see it in their faces and their expression. And I do try to play about 9 girls, but the girls that I have come off the bench, they're good defensively. but it really, really hurts us on the offensive end. So I just tried to save some minutes there.
Now, was that a 3-2 or a 1-2 point drop, or what was that?
So it's basically a 3-2. So the way they run their offense, they ran like a 3 and then a box set with their 2 girls, one coming up, one opposite. So we just basically tried to match up with it, and then anytime they keep the ball out of the middle, and then try to match up on the wings, force them into jump shots, and then try to rebound. So.
Well, I mean, I think you probably have already heard there was a major upset in this region tonight.
There was.
But I know you don't want to get ahead of that. You want to enjoy tonight, so I'm not even going to talk about that.
Well, you can, because, we've played them before. I think we match up with them better than we do. Actually, we match up better with Butler. The biggest thing is trying to figure out that 1-3-1. So we have some ideas of what we want to do. They're well coached, but I think we can turn them over. We've been able to turn every team that we've played over all year. So we don't always convert on offensive end, but, we usually force between 20 to 30 turnovers a game.
Yeah, I had the opportunity to watch them play Mercy in the finals of their district recently. And, they came out and got a lead early, hit some shots, and kind of had control of it. Mercy missed a lot of outside shots against them. They were mainly played a lot of zone. But then, when Mercy picked up the pressure, they turned them over. They turned Whitfield over a little bit. So, I like your pressure. I like the way you play. Anything can happen at this point in time.
Absolutely, yes, sir. And we get to play at home. So, I mean, that's a big advantage when you're playing on a court that's 10 feet longer. It makes a big difference, and teams don't really understand that. So. That's what I'm hoping.
All right.
You're also in your own back door. You can do your typical routines. Your kids can get food.
Absolutely.
You don't have to get on the bus and deal with all that and worry about who's there, who's not, and all that type of thing.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, congratulations again, Coach Williams. And Wednesday night, 7:30, we will have it on Glycod. So make sure and tune back in.
I truly
for that.
appreciate you all coming out and doing this. I'm not used to all this, so I truly appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay, we're going to step aside, and we will be back with more here in just a few minutes on Glycod.
See you, man. I've got to get these stats ready.
I should have had you come around and do that.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Lines are wet, not just blinds. Lines are wet, not just blinds.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
If a drunk driver hurts or kills someone, the bar or restaurant that overserved that person is jointly responsible. I'm attorney John D. Camillus, and Rob and I hold restaurants and bars accountable. Let me speak directly to bar managers and bartenders. Be a frontline hero. Have the courage to cut someone off. If you've been in an accident with a drunk driver, call us. Our reputation is our trademark.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
Back with the postgame show, and it's time for Final Stats. Tonight's final statistics brought to you by German American Bank. Support your community school with the German American School Spirit Check Card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for more information. For those stats, let's go ahead and look first at the team statistics. We'll give that back over to Coach Mark Evans.
Yeah, tonight, if you look at stats overall, it definitely was not a shooting clinic, but they got a lot of shots, each of them, and made a few. But anyway, with the Moore Mustangs, their season ends tonight. They were, from the field, they were 17 of 61 for 29%, 4 of 20 from the three-point line for 20%, and 7 of 17 from the free throw line for 41%. And they ended the night with 22 turnovers. Actually, the second half they did a nice job. They only had 7, but it was too late. For the Valley Vikings, they're victorious tonight. They will move on. From the field, they were 21 of 71 from the field at 30%. 3 of 12 from the three-point line for 25%, and good from the free throw line, 7 of 10 for 70%, and they ended up with 22 turnovers also. So it was a lot of turnovers tonight and a lot of missed shots, but the Valley Vikings hit the shots they needed to hit with great energy, both teams, and they move on to play another day.
Let's look at individual shooting and statistics here for just a moment. For the Moore Mustangs in the loss, falling to 20-5 on the season, they were led by Natalia Pitts in her 15 points, 9 from Asia Bowens-Jackson, 7 from Soraya Todd, 5 from Journey McCain, 4 from Kennedy Walls, 3 each from Vanaya Tiller and Tajay Harper, and that does it for the scoring for the Mustangs. For the Valley Vikings, they were led by Celine Wendling and her 15 points. 12 from Leah Stinson, 11 from Dixie Johnson, 8 from Miriam Cooper, 4 from Goddess Rushing, and 2 apiece from Kashwana Stallworth and from Akira Thompson. So that is the scoring for the Valley Vikings. Next up, it is time for our most outstanding players. Our most outstanding players brought to you by State Farm Insurance agent Mike Shelton. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, and for those most outstanding players, I guess let's turn it back over again to Coach. Coach, who we got? Oh, I'm sorry. I guess we will wait for Jeff to put them up, as Jeff Cooper, I believe, has first up. Let's see, for the Moore Mustangs, that is going to be Natalia Pitts and her 15 points. Natalia Pitts and her 15 points are most outstanding player there for the Moore Mustangs. And then for the Valley Vikings, Celine Wendling and her 15, and also just really scrappy on the boards as well. So that Celine Wendling for the Vikings and Natalia Pitts for the Mustangs. Next up, let's take just a brief moment to look at our upcoming schedule. Our upcoming schedule presented by Operation Parent. They're equipping and empowering parents with the tools needed to face issues challenging today's youth. To learn more about their services, visit operationparent.org. And as far as that upcoming schedule goes, I see Jeff, he's got a lot of them there. I guess the most important things we should tell you is we've got 7th Region Boys action for you tomorrow, Male at Manual. And then on Wednesday night, back here at Valley, we do know that Valley will be taking on Whitfield Academy in that 7:30 game. And do we have the early game yet? No, not on the no early game yet. We just know there will be a 6 p.m. As well that night. Thursday night, back here at Valley, we've got 7th Region Girls semifinals. Friday night, 7th Region Boys semifinals. Then Saturday, 4 games for you on Saturday from here at Valley High School. Noon and 1:30 for the boys in the 6th Region, the semifinals. And then later that night on Saturday, the 6th Region Girls Championship at Valley, here at Valley at 6 p.m., 7th Region at 8 p.m. Monday night, the 7th Region Boys, and then Tuesday night, the 6th Region Boys. So lots of basketball upcoming here on Glycod in the 6th and 7th Regions. Well, Coach, I guess it's time we put a bow on this one. Anything in particular that stands out to you besides maybe what we talked about with Coach Williams and especially going forward on Wednesday night?
Well, it sounds like Coach Williams is he has played Whitfield before, and he's pretty comfortable, and he feels like he can do some damage. And it's good to go into a game feeling like you have a chance. And Whitfield pulled a big upset tonight, but Whitfield's got talent. I watched them play last week. I watched them play in their district finals with Mercy Academy, and they have one player in particular that can change a game, and so. Never can tell, but it was a great night tonight. It was great to work with, always great to work with you and Jeff, Todd and Jeff. And look forward to, I have a game tomorrow night. I have Male Manual, and then I have a game. Then we're back here on Wednesday, so I look forward to seeing you again.
Absolutely. We will, I'm sure, be seeing lots of each other here over the next week or so as we roll through the 6th and 7th Region Tournament games. Well, that's going to about wrap it up. And so we'll tell you for executive producer Steve Bird, for on-site producer Jeff Cooper, and for Coach Mark Evans, I'm Dr. Todd Carter, signing off, saying good night, God bless, and we'll see you next time on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been UA Local 502 Louisville Basketball Game Night. UA Local 502, they do it right the first time. Tonight's game was brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, commitment to quality. The Army National Guard, where the next greatest generation is now. German American Bank, building our community together. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust. IBEW Local 369, power up your potential. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles. State Farm Insurance Agent Mike Shelton. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And Holy Smokes Barbecue.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcasts, visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.